Responsibility is a hard leap for me to make as a juror. But it is, in fact, a question a jury should be deciding, not a judge. Defense motion for summary judgment is denied. Trial date is set for next Tuesday. Adjourned.
Okay, we've got a lot of work to do on our damage claim, and the trial is set for next week, so we've got to get together tonight.
7 o'clock in our office.
Miss Rutt, can we talk?
No. You have anything else to say? You say it to a jury.
Mr. Jameson, nobody wants a long trial here.
After 8 months? That's what you say to me? Go to hell. Take your friend.
They have no case. They find my client's prints on the garden hose. Yes, because he yanked it out of the car. They find his prints and DNA on the victim. Yes, because he tried to revive her. There was a fracture on the back of her head. Yes, because Scott Wallace pulled her out of the car, causing her head to hit the cement floor. And seeing how anemic the case is against Scott Wallace, the man he believed killed his sister, Kyle Barrett took the stand and lied. He testified his sister was afraid Scott would harm her. Well, Kyle Barrett never told the police that, never. He just made it up. It was a desperate lie that cannot be corroborated by anyone. And it's with that lie alone that the prosecution is trying to convict an innocent man. My sister was afraid he'd harm her. If I disappear, Scott did something. And he goes off to play poker? The reason Kyle Barrett made up these lies is because sitting in this room, listening to the evidence, he recognized what you have to recognize. The prosecution has no case.
A woman announces to her husband that she's going to leave him. They're heard in a screaming argument, and she suddenly turns up dead. We're supposed to think suicide? Is there anybody who knew her to describe her as suicidal, or even depressed for that matter? Does it make sense? As she decides to move forward with life, she then decides to end it? As for the brother's testimony being a lie, where's the evidence of that? Did defense call anybody to contradict him? Let's all use a little common sense, shall we? A woman tries to leave her husband. She ends up dead in the house. A whack to the back of the head. No witnesses. Figure it out.
Every day, they need to be there.
Yes. Our case is your children, and we want the jury to see their faces every single day, even during the doctor's testimony.
They can do it. We certainly prepared them.
The defendants have already brought a motion to bifurcate the trial, which we are opposing, which means we really should get to work. So we will be in constant contact as we draw closer.
Okay. Miss Rutt? I apologize for what I said before.
You don't have to.
Yes, I do. I know how hard both of you have worked. And as I watched you in the court, well, I felt ashamed for doubting you. That was something.
Thank you.
defendant please rise? Mr. Foreman, the jury has reached a unanimous verdict.
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
Commonwealth versus Scott Wallace on the charge of murder in the first degree. We find the defendant, Scott Wallace, guilty.
Members of the jury, this completes your service. You are dismissed with the thanks of the court.
Defense moves to set aside the verdict or for a new trial.
You can file those motions later. Security will take the defendant into custody. We're adjourned.
We've got some grounds. The ruling to allow your statement weak. We've got some grounds. We'll appeal.
Okay. Where are they taking me?
They're transferring you to Cedars. We have grounds, Scott. We'll appeal.
Okay.
Appeal. Okay.
Would you have a comment?
Will you appeal? Yes, we will appeal.
Coming up at 10, we'll take you to Memorial Day celebrations across the heart of Illinois. And Jesse Jackson is protesting Toyota, alleging racism.
If you like Maytag appliances, you'll love Benson Service.
Presenting the all-new Mercury Mountaineer. Thoughtfully designed for those canyons, peaks, and valleys we drive most. With enough room and comfort to lead you to conclude that the SUV built for here is here.
Everybody grab a spoon and do the Cool Whip. Woo! Run it, dub, make it better with the tub. Do the Cool Whip. Cool Whip, baby.
Kids today are too soft. Mom cleaned our cuts with soap and water. No, Mom.
Now Band-Aid brand introduces hurt-free antiseptic wash with lidocaine to relieve the pain.
Where's the sportinette?
New Band-Aid brand hurt-free antiseptic wash.
This company invested millions developing a sure thing. Unfortunately, it was not such a sure thing. Over 3 very long nights, the software helped them to analyze sales and customer feedback to quickly re-engineer the sure thing. The software is not flustered by this sudden turn of events because the software does not fear change. Always nimble and ready to rumble. Enterprise software from Microsoft.
You stink.
Shaq, Britney Spears, Rod Stewart, Enya, the Backstreet Boys, and an exclusive Ricky Martin, Christina Aguilera duet. Carmen Electra and Cisco host the 2001 World Music Awards. Monday, 9/8 Central on ABC.
Who are you expecting? Dano? Log on to BlueEdge.com to sell your home for only 2% commission. Now that's exciting. Blue Edge Realty, a Coldwell Banker company. Pay less, keep more.
Shake, 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 ooh, wah, ooh.
Perkins Shake and Sandwich.
Shake, 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 ooh, wah, ooh.
4 scoops of ice cream, fresh baked buns, and golden fries.
Shake, shake, shake.
Strawberry chocolate or vanilla, cheeseburger, grilled chicken, or Philly cheesesteak. Your choice of a perfectly prepared Perkins Shake and Sandwich starting at only $5.99.
Perkins
Coming up on HOI News Weekend, a Peoria veteran shares his roots at Soldiers Hill, and a Peoria Civil War nurse is remembered today. Plus, Jesse Jackson says Toyota is racist. Also, Gretchen rates tonight at 9. This is HOI News, where every second counts. Good evening, I'm Donna Pittman. Thank you for joining us tonight. Generations of local history rests in Springdale Cemetery, Soldiers Hill. And today, those who made that history were honored. In our top story tonight, HOI's Lourdes Duarte speaks with one man whose ties to the burial site run deep.
For Ron Widow's Memorial Day services at Springdale Cemetery mean a real connection with his great-grandfather, Martin Van Buren Widows. He's one of the 330 Civil War soldiers buried here.
Well, my son pointed this out about 20 years ago. He said, Dad, there's a name on that stone the same as ours. And I did a little investigating. It happened to be my great-grandfather.
Widows also served in the military decades after his great-grandfather in Vietnam. Today's service honored him and the thousands of others who, like his grandfather, lost their lives fighting for our country.
The fact that he's family and he's buried in this cemetery, which is one of the oldest and finest in the state. I like him being here. You know, I know where he's at.
More than 100 people, including veterans, were at today's ceremony. Although not all have relatives buried on Soldiers Hill, Widow says there's always a chance.
I think if people really dug, maybe, and, you know, found out there might be some other relatives out in the area anyway, maybe not in Peoria proper, but out in the area.
In Peoria, Lourdes Duarte, HOI News, where every second counts.
More volunteers are needed to continue the cleanup at the cemetery. If you'd like to help, cleanup days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just call Jack Bradley at the number on your screen, 274-4449. Vietnam vets were remembered today at Pekin's Garden of Valor. The Glendale Memorial Gardens added the Vietnam War flag to the garden today. Guest speaker Bruce Tiemann says that it's important to remember and thank the men and women who fought in Vietnam. Civil War days were remembered today by the Friends of the Grand Army of the Republic Hall. One woman told stories of the era dressed as Aunt Lizzie Aiken, a Civil War nurse from Peoria.
Most likely the first lady to leave the area to serve in the Civil War as a nurse. And her story is a story of courage, undying faith, and love for her country and her fellow man.
The group is working to put an Abraham Lincoln statue near the Peoria County Courthouse. Well, Memorial Day weekend is a big travel weekend, so here's a look at our HOI pump scan. The cheapest gas that you found today, $1.76 at the Clark Station on Farmington Road in West Peoria. Gas is $1.77 at the Total on Washington Road in East Peoria. It's $1.78 at the Casey's on Russia and Creve Coeur, and you can fill up for $1.79 per gallon at the Amico at Camp and Main Streets in East Peoria. Let us know where you're finding the cheapest gas. Just email us at hoinews.com.
Now your overnight forecast with Gretchen Words.
Well, we saw lots of sunshine out there today, and we're going to continue to see a few more clouds roll into the area. A little bit cooler tonight, 49 degrees. Winds, though, going to be light, so that shouldn't be a problem. Looking at the latest satellite and radar, a few clouds started increasing as the afternoon went on. We got a little bit of a clearing. The showers from the Iowa area started to dissipate. The little green clutter you see near the star, just some ground clutter not coming down. And like I said, partly cloudy skies. 57 degrees right now in Peoria. Winds are calm. And in Bloomington, normal, a little warmer at 61 degrees. Winds out of the west around 5 miles an hour. What's it going to look like for Memorial Day? I'll let you know coming up in about 5 minutes. In national minutes, 8 Oregon men are in jail, arrested in connection with an alleged prostitution ring. Police say that 3 girls between 14 and 17 years old were in the ring. The men are charged with prostitution, rape, and sodomy. Neighbors say that they noticed the girls, but they never suspected this.
It's common, and sometimes ride with a guy in this car. So I don't know. I think what I'm saying, I was thinking it's a girlfriend.
The girls are in the custody now of Children and Family Services. Reverend Al Sharpton's supporters are gathered outside the detention center where he's being held. Sharpton serving a 90-day sentence for trespassing on U.S. Navy land on the Puerto Rican island Vieques. He was there protesting Navy bombing exercises on the island. Many say that the incident is uniting blacks and Hispanics. Rainbow Push Coalition members demonstrated outside a Chicago Toyota dealership this weekend. Reverend Jesse Jackson says that he's outraged by a Toyota Toyota ad depicting a black man with thick lips and a gold tooth with the Toyota logo engraved on it. Jackson says this is insulting. Toyota pulled the ad, but Jackson says that isn't enough. He says that the company needs to hire more blacks or they'll consider a boycott. In tonight's follow-up file, Washington is still recovering from the shocking news that Vermont Senator Jim Jeffords is leaving the Republican Party. Today, soon-to-be Senate Majority Leader Tom Daschle said the shift in power should jumpstart bipartisan cooperation in Congress.
I don't know that any bills are necessarily dead. What we want to do is work with the administration to find bipartisan compromise on energy and on the array of issues, especially education, Patients' Bill of Rights, election reform. I think that there's some real opportunities for us to work together.
Jeffords officially leaves the Republican Party after Congress's Memorial Day recess. Minutes away in our second look, Springdale then and now. Vets react to the cleanup, and a DJ tries to talk his way into the record books. That's coming up in your Weekend Buzz.
Monday morning, where every second counts.
We're live at Springdale Cemetery for Memorial Day.
Plus the history behind Memorial Day in our Web of the Week.
Monday morning from 5 to 7 on HOI News Daybreak, where every second counts.
At long last, time to work a different shift. Dodge Intrepid ES with clutchless auto stick. Now get a $2,500 cash allowance or low 0.9 financing on Dodge Intrepid.
Every day can be a surprise.
There's never a dull moment working here.
I always had heard that Walmart was a good company to work for.
Our #1 goal is to keep our customers happy.
That's 100% of your job.
We laugh. We laugh at Walmart. We have fun.
It's very important to make the customer happy because the customer is #1 here at Walmart.
Just go over there with a smile on your face and that may turn their day around.
It's like a family. It's like a big, happy family.
I love coming to work every day. How many people can say that?
Walmart is a great place to work for anybody.
It's time for Green Chevrolet Daewoo's annual Super Off-Site Sale. Central Illinois' largest and best place to buy a new or pre-owned vehicle. Save thousands on GMAC and bank repossessions, program vehicles, fleet and rental returns. Over 550 quality pre-owned vehicles in all. Some starting at only $499, plus 350 new Chevrolets, just $49 over invoice. And dozens of new Daewoos, starting at just $89.90. It's all at Green Chevrolet Daewoo's annual Super Off-Site Sale. Now through Saturday at Peoria's Expo Gardens.
HOI News is sponsored in part by Roundup Herbicide. Now your 36-hour forecast with Gretchen Wirtz.
Well, we had a pretty nice day out there today. A little bit of clouds more increasing in the afternoon. That's going to be the same thing we see for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine in the morning, though. Temperatures in the low 50s with some light winds. Eventually getting up to 73 degrees, though. Mostly sunny still. A little bit more cloud cover in the afternoon. Kind of the same pattern we saw today. Winds still, though, fairly light. Other temperatures right now, 59 in Springfield, 61 in Bloomington, 53 degrees in Chicago. Still fairly warm temperatures for this hour. Temperatures only going to be dropping about 7 or 8 more degrees as we head into the overnight, so still fairly warm. National picture, all the stuff to talk about is down to the south. They're seeing quite a bit of heavy rain and severe thunderstorms down that way. Finally, a little bit of clearing up here in the central part of the U.S. The system we were keeping an eye on is finally dropping rain over Michigan, and we're going to just see a little bit more clouds for the next couple of days. No good chance of rain for a while. Taking a look at Futurecast, it shows us by tomorrow, as one system continues to push off to the east, we'll see a little bit more sunshine tomorrow during the day. Later on in the day, there is a slight chance for maybe a shower down here in to the south of us. There may be, but nothing too significant. Futurecast isn't even picking it up. By Tuesday, we're watching another cold front come down. That's going to change the wind direction and bring in a few more clouds for Tuesday afternoon. So Monday and Tuesday, fairly much the same, a little bit more clouds in the afternoon. Looking at your 36-hour forecast, 73 degrees tomorrow with increasing clouds, 52 at night, and for Tuesday, a little bit warmer with a high of 77. We'll take a look at your work week forecast coming up in about 5 minutes.
In tonight's second look, veterans today say that they're thrilled to see Springdale Cemetery's Soldiers Hill. This is what Springdale looked like less than 2 years ago, and volunteers have been working since to clean up the grounds and to keep them clean. Here we have a picture of Springdale Cemetery today.
From the Revolutionary War.
I think what the people have done here, you know, to honor them, you know, by keeping it cleaned up and the shape it's in compared to what it was several years ago. But it's seeing the younger people that get me.
Volunteers say they'd like to see more young people help with cleanup. Minutes away, marathon talking. This DJ wants to set a record on air, and great grades leave this teacher in drag. We'll explain coming up in your Weekend Buzz.
You know what's fun about this job?
Let's do some shopping,
donkey. The customers.
Shrek, it is time for some summer fun.
You never know who's going to come in here.
Come here, look at these coolers.
Hey, you're the one that needs to cool it. We get all kinds of characters in here.
Oh, look over here. Come on, Shrek, hurry.
All kinds.
Get your bathing suit, Shrek. They got swimming pools.
Donkey, take it down.
Ooh, look at this one.
Ooh, I like that one. That is a nice one.
But you know what?
Now that's you. That is lovely.
We love every one of them.
That was fun, Shrek. Let's do that again.
It's a feeling of knowing you haven't paid too much for carpeting and rugs. Many can talk about selection, some can talk about quality, yet few can talk about this and extraordinary satisfaction. This is the beautiful Karastan collection at Sutton Carpet Center, your Karastan Gallery of Design dealer. Save on the finest carpeting and rugs today. Come see what everyone's talking about. Karastan, beautiful Karastan at Sutton Carpet Center in Peoria. Visit our website at suttoncarpetcenter.com.
Every day, Verizon Wireless connects millions of people nationwide. So who better to bring the country together this Memorial Day with 2,250 total monthly airtime minutes, no long distance charges, and no activation fee, all for just $29.99 monthly access. So stop by a Verizon Wireless communications store or call 1-800-2JOIN-IN. Verizon Wireless. Join in.
Attention! Heilig Myers Furniture is going out of business. Heilig Myers' tremendous inventory of living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and more must be sold now. So while other stores choose what they want to put on sale, everything at Heilig Myers is at liquidation prices. And now there are deeper reductions. 40% off all electronics and appliances, and all accessories half price. But don't wait, because this Monday is the last day for many locations. All stores are open this Sunday and Monday. The biggest furniture store going out of business sale in history. Now at Heilig Myers.
HOI First Warn Weather is sponsored in part by Hyundai. And now your 5-day forecast with Gretchen Wirtz.
Well, last week we had the cold weather. Things are finally starting to warm up, though. Temperature is going to get near the 80-degree mark. Good chance of showers isn't going to be till Thursday when we see a few scattered showers in the morning. Friday's high eventually getting up to 78 degrees. Should be good, though, for your Memorial Day, so get out and enjoy it. We'll take another look at the wake-up forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
In tonight's Weekend Buzz, a New Jersey disc jockey is using his mouth to set a record. Glenn Jones wants to hold the world record for the longest broadcast. He hit the airwaves Saturday morning at 9, and he plans to keep talking through tomorrow morning. Nothing motivates junior high school students like public humiliation. This teacher promised his class that if they scored well on a history test, he'd do something outrageous. So they did, and the teacher came back to school in a black leather skirt that is, a bikini top, and lipstick. Coming up in sports, all of your big league baseball highlights, plus it's race day. Highlights from the wild Indy 500. Jim Matson in sports just 2 minutes away.
Well, we've been a band for about 4 years now, but we've been a family for over 16 years. We've got pictures just from like when we very first started, you know.
This was our first county fair.
We take our pictures into Walmart because usually we're there anyway.
We just drop off the film and we go shopping.
I like this picture of Katie right here. Can you guys close up on that?
At Walmart.
Their quality is great and the price is right. It's definitely fun to see how the kids have changed. They've grown so much, and it's good that we have that in pictures.
Something beautiful is in your future. Keep your eyes peeled. Italian chicken sandwich.
Excuse me. Can I join you?
We're kind of busy right now.
The Whopper says, beauty is in the taste buds of the beholder.
Try the tasty Italian chicken sandwich.
That was beautiful.
In the land of burgers, Whopper is king.
Shop Cohen's spectacular memorial sale this weekend with 0% interest for 1 year. Cohen's entire store has been marked down, so come in and save $300 on this transitional sofa, now only $498. This elegant Royal Fontana bed is a steal at $198. This 5-piece farmhouse dinette for only $398. And there's more, so don't waste another minute. Shop Cohen's memorial sale this weekend and pay 0% interest for 1 year. Hurry, sale ends Monday at 4 p.m.
Cohen Furniture, Cohen, your choice for comfortable living.
Who makes the best minivan? The only power rear hatch with cargo organizer. Check. The only movable, removable center console. Check. Most powerful engine available. Check. The only 3-zone automatic temperature control. Check. Dodge Grand Caravan. The best minivan ever. Check it out. We invite you to see, compare, and drive Caravan. Now with a $1,500 cash allowance or low 0.9 financing.
Join Jim Mattson and HOI Sports all summer long as Jim brings you golf tips with Sunset Hills golf pro Dan Wolf. Driving, chipping, and putting. These tips will help you get from tee to green and improve your scores. Catch Jim this Thursday during HOI News at 10 for this week's helpful tip. HOI Sports golf tips are brought to you by Heritage Bank and Sunset Hills Golf Club. So join Jim Mattson and HOI Sports and make every shot count. Now, HOI Sports with Sports Director Jim Mattson.
Hello, Heart of Illinois. It's the fastest day of the year. The Indy 500, the Coca-Cola 600 will start here in the Midwest at the Brickyard in Indianapolis. First lap of the race, and poor Scott Sharp. He was fastest in qualifying, but he was last on race day, losing control in the first lap. Lap 8 then, Sarah Fisher. How did she do? Well, she didn't last long either. She gets into a wreck here. Scott Goodyear almost running her over right here. A wild crash at Indy. Watch it again. Fisher was all right, but Scott Goodyear suffered a broken back. A scary wreck on the lap 8. Now all day the skies look pretty scary. Finally, with about 45 laps to go, the race was stopped. Red flag. When they went back on the track, the story was this guy. Elio Castroneves from Brazil, a rookie. He wins, edging his Penske teammate Gil de Ferran. And look at how Castroneves celebrates. They've never seen that at the Brickyard. Rookie Elio Castroneves wins the Indy 500. Tony Stewart finished 6th at the Indy 500, then hopped in a helicopter, a couple of planes, and flew to Charlotte for tonight's NASCAR 600 race. How would he do? He got off to a slow start. On lap 2, he's tapped from behind, spins out of control, but he stayed in the race and remarkably finished 3rd tonight. Unbelievable. A rough day for Ryan Newman as you see Tony Stewart staying in control. Ryan Newman, who was the rookie on the pole, he gets tapped by Jeff Gordon, and he's in all kinds of trouble. Jeff Gordon didn't have a very good day either. Coming out of the pits, Kenny Wallace hits Jeff. Gordon thought he was all right, but as you can tell, there was significant damage to his car. The story of the race, Jeff Burton in car number 99. He wins for the first time this year. Jeff Burton, your winner. Kevin Harvick, 2nd. And remarkably, Tony Stewart, 3rd at the NASCAR race, 6th at the Indy 500. The Indy 500 and Coca-Cola 600 are great races. But the best race this Memorial Day weekend, the Cards and Cubs. The two rivals tied for first place still. The Cards wrap up a long road trip with a win today in Cincinnati. The Cards score in the very first inning. J.D. Drew at the plate. Fernando Viñas hustling home from second as Drew changes places with him with the RBI double. Meanwhile, Darryl Kyle was terrific. He'll get the strikeout coming up here, and the Cardinals get the win. 2-zip, St. Louis wins behind Darryl Kyle. At Wrigley Field, the Cubs earn their 7th win in a row, the number 7 and the number 1,000. The big story today, the Cubs get their 7th in a row because Kevin Tapney went 7 strong innings for his 7th win of the year. How about number 1,000 with the game tied 1-1 in the 7th inning? Joe Girardi, his 1,000th career hit. They'll drive home 2 and put the Cubbies ahead to stay. Joe's wife and daughter leading the cheers at Wrigley Field. A big day for the Heart of Illinois' own Cub, Joe Girardi. The Cubbies are winners 4-1 over Milwaukee. The White Sox at Detroit tonight, and they're still playing. The Sox jumped on top when Herbert Perry singled in a run right here in the in the 4th inning, but right now in the 10th inning. In the 10th inning, they're tied 2-2. The White Sox and Tigers are still playing. The Peoria Chiefs in South Bend for Memorial Day weekend, and South Bend a winner 6-2. NBA basketball now. I guess the Lakers still have to embarrass one more team before they win the NBA championship. Yeah, Shaq and Kobe are way too much for everybody. San Antonio today put away. Watch these two highlights. Alley-oop to Kobe Bryant. Hello. Wow. Later, if you like that one, watch Shaq, the 7'1" point guard. Look at the big man go. He's bringing it up the court to Kobe, back to Shaq. Hello. The Lakers stop San Antonio. They sweep San Antonio 111 to 82. In golf, what a weekend for Tom Watson. Watson, who never won the PGA tournament in his great career, today wins the Senior PGA Championship. How about this guy, Jack Nicklaus, Watson's old rival? It sure doesn't look old with this great chip shot. Jack had a terrific weekend. Birdies with a great chip right there. But the story, Tom Watson and his red-hot putter. He knocks in a birdie right here, and Tom Watson wins the PGA Seniors. At the PGA Kemper Open, we're still looking for a winner. Rain delays the finals until tomorrow. Right now, there's a two-way tie between J.J. Henry and this guy, Frank Licklider. Licklider's tied for the lead in golf, but he's nowhere near the lead in the long jump after hitting his ball out of the woods. Oh, couldn't quite get over the creek. The tournament will finish tomorrow. It's time now to name our three finalists for the HOI High School Athlete of the Week. We start this week on the fast track. I bet you this guy could jump over some water. Teddy Jackson from Peoria Manual. He's simply the best sprinter in Heart of Illinois history. At the honor roll track meet, he won 4 events. He then finished second at the state finals in the 100 meters. Teddy Jackson, our first finalist. Finalist number 2 from Eureka. They're 2-star pitchers and sluggers. Jake Eichste and Chris Martin is who I'm talking about. They led Eureka to the regional championship, each hitting homers in the regional final. So Jake and Chris, your second finalist. And your third finalist, the Abingdon Commandos pitcher and catcher combination, Kerry Thurman and Cassie Witherall. They led the Commandos to a regional title. So your three finalists again from Manual, Eureka, and Abingdon. You can vote by calling 698-1950. You can phone from 10:30 to 10:45. Time now for the best plays of the week. Now, on Monday through Friday, we call them the Heart Stoppers of the night. But on Sunday, only the very best make the Heart Stoppers of the week. We showed you some wild crashes from the Indy 500 today. Here's that Sarah Fisher-Scott Goodyear wreck again. But the best wreck of the week, if you can call a wreck the best wreck, the snowmobiles on grass at a minor league game in Canada. Check out this guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. Whoa, look at that little guy. Yeah, somebody talked him into trying this. He won't do it again. Here's another wreck from high school track. Paul Shire of Dwight winning the 300 hurdles when he crashes, but still wins the race. Way to go, Paul. Speaking of crashes, one guy on the Cubs grounds crew should go on a crash diet. They're running the tarp on the field the other night. He's crawling on the tarp. He can't keep up with the tarp. His buddies pick him up and say, "You all right, man? You all right, man?" I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm going to pull my own weight. I'm all right. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Oh, my legs are feeling kind of heavy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, goodness gracious, poor guy. Hey, we'll stick with baseball for a couple crazy plays. Back to the pitcher. Darryl Cowell can't get the ball out of his glove, so he throws the entire glove to first base. Watch it again with the ball lodged in his glove. He just takes his glove off and throws the whole doggone glove and ball over to first base for the out. How about Dennis Cook of the New York Mets? He'll throw his glove at the ball and make the remarkable stop and throw for the putout at first. Watch it again. Cook with the, is this backhanded? This is no-handed. Throws it off his hand and stops the ball. Great play right there. From golf, Angel Cabrera in the trees, thinks he's going to get a shot out, but he hits the cameraman. Watch it again. The photographer's in the way. Yikes. Hey, Notre Dame soccer had a great season. They also had some great fans. Very good fans. And finally today, graduation day at El Paso High School. Congratulations to all the graduates in the class of 2001. Tonight's Heartstopper. I spoke to the graduating class at El Paso High School today, so I want to thank them. That was a lot of fun. I told them I almost spoke at my own high school graduation, except for those 78 kids who finished ahead of me in the valedictorian race. But hey, that's another. HOI News back in 2 minutes.
HOI Sports is brought to you by Uftring Nissan. Look for Jim Matson in his Uftring Nissan sports truck.
We have completely different personalities. But one thing we have in common is shopping at Walmart.
Yeah. We just go crazy. We're just this big, like, bag of marbles just let out, and we're all over the place.
Walmart has great selection.
Short shorts and capris and tank tops. We're all wearing these awesome bracelets. Look, we're all wearing different styles.
Walmart helps me save so much money.
It can't cost less to look this good, you know?
Flip-flops. They have perfect, easygoing summer clothes.
Definitely. You're walking out with like 10 shopping bags, like, yeah!
That's what's cool about Walmart.
Yeah.
Michael Edo owns a Hyundai Elantra.
I drive 1,000 miles a week, and the gas mileage is outstanding.
Kiplinger's Personal Finance says the Elantra is the best new car in its class. It comes with the freedom of America's best warranty and a long list of features, including front and side airbags. It's the only car in its class that has them standard.
It drove like a much more expensive car.
The Hyundai Elantra, at just $13,294, it's a solid value. The Hyundai Elantra at just $13,294. Your test drive is waiting.
Who are you expecting? Dano?
Log on to BlueEdge.com to sell your home for only 2% commission. Now that's exciting. Blue Edge Realty, a Coldwell Banker company. Pay less, keep more.
Your case is important to you. It's important to us. Talk to us. Gold Fine and Bold. There isn't any charge. We'll tell you what we think, then you decide.
What herbicide shares your risk as it smokes your weeds?
Roundup. New Roundup Ultramax entitles you to the risk-sharing benefits of Roundup Rewards. A new rain-fast warranty, crop loss protection, backup spray cost allowances on some Roundup-ready crops, replant burn-down refunds, Roundup-ready seed investment protection, wow, volunteer corn cost share allowances. With Roundup Ultramax, the rewards go on and on. With the imitators, you'll come up short. Great weed control, and now Roundup Rewards. Nobody else backs you like Roundup. Nobody.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you'll find an auto parts store within our store. Right now, you can get Wells cap and rotor kits, designed for most domestic and import vehicles. They're priced from $2.99. Farm and Fleet has Citgo SuperGuard motor oil, available in 4 grades. A quart is only 59 cents after rebate. Get Slime tire sealant. It instantly seals punctures up to 1/4 inch and works repeatedly for up to 2 years. 16-ounce bottle is just $4.49. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, your automotive headquarters.
Now your wake-up forecast with Gretchen Wirtz.
Should be a pretty nice day out there tomorrow. Temperatures in the low 50s as you head out the door, eventually getting to 73 with some light winds out of the northwest. Donna?
Thanks, Gretchen, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Donna Pittman. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Good night.
When you see news happen, call 698-1950 or 663-1919. And HOI News makes every second count online at HOInews.com.
Introducing the all-new Civic from Honda.
Hey guys, can you help us? We need directions. Hey guys, hello? Can you roll down the window?
It comes with an extraordinarily well-insulated cabin.
Why is it so hard to meet chicks anyway?
The window! Hey!
I do not know.
You! Hey!
The Civic. Amazing, but true.
We like to think the pharmacy at Shopco is a little different. Pharmacists who are continually trained in the latest technology and extremely knowledgeable when it comes to prescription and over-the-counter health products. Not to mention a helpful, caring attitude that makes you feel less like a customer and more like a patient. And usually, that's a good thing. Shopco. Needs stuff, needs store.
Every day is a great day to come by McDonald's because it's steak all day. For breakfast, grab the irresistible steak, egg, and cheese bagel. Since it's steak all day, swing by for lunch or dinner and try our new McPhilly cheesesteak. A mouth-watering steak patty topped with grilled onions, fresh green peppers, and melting pepper jack cheese. Add mushrooms for a bit more. Head to McDonald's now because every day is steak all day.
We'd love to see you smile.
Order an icy cold Coke and fries for a delicious extra value meal.
If you like Maytag appliances, you'll love Benson Service.